Please subscribe math.com and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more video updates.
Hello everyone. Our today's topic is the difference between binomial theorem and binomial series. Most of us are unaware of the difference between them, and today we will see how they differentiate from each other. As in our previous lecture we have discussed the concept of binomial theorem in detail. You can refer to that lecture, that was very helpful, and that lecture will give you the entire picture of the binomial theorem. So today we will see the difference between binomial theorem and binomial series. So the first difference between the binomial theorem and binomial series is, as we have seen in our previous lecture, that binomial theorem is useful for expanding binomial for large n. Now what does it mean? It means if you are given with a binomial, like 2x minus 3 power 8, and you will be asked to expand this expression. Now it will be difficult for you to multiply this expression by itself 8 times. So here comes the concept of binomial theorem that you can apply in order to expand this expression, this binomial expression, quickly. So binomial theorem, here comes the need of binomial theorem. Here the power of the binomial expression, that is n, is equals to 8. So we are looking towards the power. If it's 1, we need not to apply the binomial theorem. If it's 2, if it's 3, then these are okay, that we can apply the square and cube formula. But when it goes above 3, then we have to apply the binomial theorem in order to save our time and to get the expanded form of this binomial expression. So keep this in mind, we have to apply this on the binomial. Binomial means in which you have two terms. So keep this in mind, that binomial theorem is applicable only when the power is positive. Here n is equals to 8 and the power is positive. Now let's see what about the binomial series, when it is useful. So binomial series is useful for expanding the binomial for negative / fractional n. It means when you have a binomial expression with the power that is negative or in the fraction form, then you have to apply the binomial series. So if I have the expression like 1 plus 2x power minus 8. So here the power that is n of this binomial expression is n is equals to minus 8. If this power is negative or in the fraction form, like if it's 1 by 8 or 1 by 2 or 1 by 3 or so on, then you have to apply the binomial series. So let's see how their general forms differ from each other in the next difference. So the next difference is the general formula of the binomial theorem. So the general formula is a plus b power n equals to summation k equals to 0 to n ck. This is the combination form, a raised to power n minus k, b raised to power k. So this is the general form of the binomial theorem, and you need not to get confused about it, as we have discussed in detail about the binomial theorem in our previous lecture. You can refer to that in order to understand this, or you can in order to understand how you can expand a binomial expression using the binomial theorem. So this is the general formula of binomial theorem. Now let's see what is the general formula of binomial series. So the general formula of binomial series is 1 plus x power k equals to summation n equals to 0 to infinity k cn and x raised to power n, provided that one condition here is x should be less than 1. So this is the general form of the binomial series whenever you have to expand the expression having the negative power or the fractional power. Keep this in mind. This is actually a Maclaurin series expansion of the function. If I write here, it's a Maclaurin series expansion. If you expand this formula, it's exactly like that. So you cannot apply binomial theorem or the binomial formula on the negative power or the fractional power, so you have to use the binomial series. Now what is the third difference? The third main difference between the two is that we will get a finite sum by using the binomial theorem. We will get a finite sum. It means we will get an expanded form that will be finite, that will have a certain end. But in case of binomial series, what we will have is we will have an infinite sum. This is another main difference between the two. It will have infinite sum. Now the fourth difference is, let's apply these on the examples so you can have the clear idea how you can deal with the two. So we can have an example like 1 plus x power 4. We can expand this binomial expression using the binomial theorem, where we have to write the first term with the power given, that is 4, and the second term with the power 0. Then we are not writing the coefficients right now, we will get the coefficients from the Pascal's triangle. So 1, then plus, now we have to reduce the power of the first term and to increase the power of the second. Now we will have 1 power 3 and x power 1 plus 1 power 2 and x power 2 plus 1 power 1 and x power 3 plus 1 power 0 and x power 4. Now what left is the coefficients of these terms, and for finding the coefficients we have made use of the Pascal's triangle in the previous lecture. So by using the Pascal's triangle we can get the coefficients as, here we will have 1, here we will have 4, then we will have 6, then we will have 4, and then we will have 1. Then we will write it in the simplest form. This is how you can apply the binomial theorem, and for the Pascal's triangle you can refer to the lecture that we have already discussed in detail, where we have found the binomial coefficient using the Pascal's triangle. Then we have the binomial series. How we can apply the binomial series? Let's see. If we have the binomial like 1 plus x and the power is minus 3, then how we can do this? It will be equals to, you can expand it as 1 plus power, that is minus 3, and this term x plus minus 3 will be as it is, and then minus 3 minus 1, and the power of x will be x square divided by 2 factorial plus again minus 3 minus 3 minus 1, then minus 3 minus 2, and x cube divided by 3 factorial, and so on. So this is how this binomial series goes to will go infinite, and that's why we used to say that binomial series is will give you with the infinite sum. So this is how binomial theorem differs from the binomial series. Now after understanding this lecture you will be able to understand or to differentiate when to apply the binomial theorem and when to apply the binomial series. So that's all from today's lecture.